right.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Introduction, but this is episode 1 of our Music Scientists podcast.
Music
I'll go through
Scientist.
introductions. I'm Robbie, of course. That's my name.
I'm
Um,
okay.
We are so unprepared.
so one of the people we have is Milan. Say something. Milan.
I'm the rap listener of the group, but I do listen to a lot of different genres, but rap is just my favorite.
I exist.
Yes, you do. He's our protege,
Yes. And then we have
Protege.
and he just got into music.
Yeah.
Owen, say something.
I like alternative rock and 80s like electronic. So
I
yeah.
like
Yeah, he-
everything.
I could have
Even though
probably
said
said what
the
the
shit,
kind of
still
music
like
I
it.
like.
Hey,
Okay, we talked
Owen
about this.
lives like 40 years in the past. So
My favorite albums came out just this year. The New Abnormal by The Strokes. So it's a good album. Came out
the New
2012.
Strokes. All right,
Wow.
What?
Spread.
pick.
Yeah.
And
So-
we have Rahul, who hasn't even listened to the album we're going over today. Say
He's
something.
I'm
also say
there.
hi.
Yeah.
I'm
He is
existing.
here.
I'm
He's an
existing.
observer.
Yep, he's definitely
Also-
existing.
I'm your audience today, so
Yes, he is.
So, like, as you can see on the screen, we have the Damn album cover, which is by Kendrick Lamar, which all of us except Rahul has listened to today, and we're going to be reviewing.
Damn album.
It is the fourth studio album. It came out in 2017. It's by renowned Compton rapper Kendrick Lamar.
Milan,
We have a
since-
problem.
Since this is, like, a favorite album of yours, why don't
Yeah.
you go first?
Sure. So first track, it's called Blood, right? This track opens off with Kendrick telling a little spoken word story. He's saying like, I was taking a walk the other day, and then he sees this woman pacing up and down the street angrily,
Yep.
as if she's looking for something.
It's
And then he walks up to her. Yes, he walks up to her and he's like, "Hey, can I help you? You seem to have lost something. I would like to help you find it." And the woman says, "Yes, you have lost something. You've lost your life." And then there's some gunshots, and then Kendrick's like, dead, quote, quote. And then there's some really cold-blooded Fox interview vocal snippets where this group is talking about specific lyrics from his very impactful song that came out on his 2015 album, To Pimp a Butterfly. The song is called All Right. And the lyrics kind of talking about police brutality, and then he's kind of like pointing out the ignorance of the newscaster. That's kind of the intro.
Yeah.
How did
so
she aim?
What did we think about that? Thoughts?
For me-
It's kind of short.
I couldn't.
That's of course you couldn't give it a rating. It's not really a song.
It's not a
To
song, so I
your
couldn't
say.
give it a rating.
I don't know what the woman represents. I probably should have looked into that a little more because I'm supposed to be like the expert.
Maybe it's
I
a
probably
I-
should have heard the album more than once.
I gave it a score.
No, you didn't. You listened to the album many times. You know it very well.
Yes,
You're very qualified.
We're experts. But I gave the song a score because I just ranked it based on the violin part, which I really like the great violin. The voice and opening was kind of interesting. I thought the background music for that song, it's not really a song, but I thought it was amazing. It was an interesting open to the theme of the album, and it has a nice transition into DNA too.
It has a great transition into DNA, which transition into the next song, DNA, on our review. So smooth. This next song is kind of a banger, kind of trying to get radio play in this song, but at the same time still sticking to the concept of the album. This song, I was gonna say it's produced by The Alchemist, who's a legendary hip hop producer. This song has some very nice, electric guitar
Definitely.
things going on in the background. It's very energetic. It's very hype. Especially the beat switch on that which was insane. Like it became one of my favorite beat switches ever. I really, really, really like that. I want you to like imagine you're a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, and after the long wait, you get this, and then there's blood, and then that transition into this high energy, insane banger DNA. Just imagine the energy you would have listening to the album after all that wait. From that perspective, it's really an interesting way to start off the album.
I think it was a bit like too quick. Like
this is an interesting. Yeah.
What do you mean it was too quick, Neve?
It was too rapid. Like everything.
Like, okay.
Rapid.
Like exactly what you said was exciting for you was like the I Dare song.
Okay.
I mean, the more angry rapping around 2 minute mark is around. I thought it was an interesting touch. The news voice was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was great, and especially the countdown until the beat drop. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Dude.
Is that like an actual Fox News clip? Were you saying?
It is. He said they were saying this is why I think hip hop has done more damage to black people than racism in the past years, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's.
Not here to talk about politics. We're here.
Yeah, that is an actual clip.
The repetitions of like the I gots and the yeah, I don't know, that became a bit annoying for me.
Oh, for yeah, definitely.
This is one of the weaker tracks on the album.
Yeah, definitely.
What I actually kind of liked it. Okay.
It's fine if you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It has a nice start to the hook, and then it just falls apart. I think Kendrick.
I didn't really like.
I think I liked it. I don't remember.
I didn't really like the.
Was, but I don't remember it was necessarily being bad.
I don't really like the slow lo-fi rapping at the beginning. It gave me Drake vibes, which I don't know. Not really a Drake fan.
Pretty good sometimes, but I mean, Drake is
again,
actually
I'm not really a Kendrick Lamar fan.
very instrumental in Kendrick's career, and he's collaborated with him on numerous occasions. So maybe it's that influence that you're hearing in the song.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't like the kind of. I don't know how to describe it. It almost sounds like something going backwards in the beat, like an instrumental just like reversed. Really weird vibe that I just wasn't feeling. I just felt like this song could have been cut out from the album entirely.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Next song.
Talk about what you liked about it, Neve.
The thing is, I don't remember the song. Like anything that happened, I just put not bad, but in my notes. I have no idea what this means. I don't know, but I'm assuming that it means that it's not a bad song, but I didn't really like it that much. That's what I'm assuming in my notes.
All right, next song. Track number 4.
Element.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs. It's one of the songs that got me into hip hop in the first place. All right, where were we? Element?
Yep.
We were at Element.
Like I was saying, this is one of my favorites from the album. Lyrically, might be the best song here.
Element?
What? Really? No, I don't like Element like at all.
No,
I loved it. That was one of. I understand why you guys wouldn't like it, but I really liked how much the instrumental varied over the song.
The beat was good. The beat was good, but the lyrics was just like it was just a lot of cussing. It was like unignorable.
I find that pretty easy to ignore.
I do too.
I normally do, but like I normally do, but for this song, it was just like too much to even ignore for me.
It had some nice pickups.
It had some really good lines there. Some standout lines, like for example, most of y'all throw rocks and try to hide your hand. I really liked that line.
I really liked like the whole beat. It was good, just like except for the lyrics. I like the song itself though.
I think it's an Alchemist beat. Let me check that.
I thought it was as good as like Yaw or Loyalty. It's like the same level there. Not as good as any of the other songs though.
No, I wouldn't rate it that low. I mean, I didn't rate it at all, but you know, I wouldn't rate it that low.
No, it's not an Alchemist beat. That was wrong.
Oh my god,
Okay.
how could you possibly not know me?
Alright,
Um,
let's go.
It's just one of the songs that got me into hip hop in the first place, so it just has a really special place.
Okay, let's go on
I do
to
like it.
Feel.
Feel,
So-
yes.
I thought it was a pretty relaxing song. The rapping kind of gave me an Eminem vibe, and I like that. But I don't know. I thought it
Yeah,
got boring
I get
after a
that.
while.
Yeah, it was
I-
good.
Like, I liked it, but it just kind of got, like, boring and repetitive. I just didn't care. Like, I wouldn't want to
the-
listen to the entire song again.
Really like the sample that Kendrick used on this one. He really pours his heart out. He talks about like everything that's going on in his head, all the issues he has with society, stuff like that. Feeling like ending the song with saying, "I feel like the whole world wants me to pray for him, but who's praying for me?"
Yep. I
So-
really like to feel.
Yeah. That was a really good song.
Yeah, it's it also at the end, towards the end, the beat kind of switches and Kendrick becomes more aggressive. Like that, it kind of goes from like just bring out his feelings and then he kind of gets angry by it. It's just his emotions come through really well in the song. So I actually disagree with Owen when he says it became boring after a while. I thought it was really engaging throughout.
Yeah, I would probably agree with Milan too.
How do you guys feel about Loyalty?
Loyal.
The song was featuring Rihanna.
It was too like, I don't know, too hard, kind of. I don't know.
Rihanna's okay.
And
Rihanna really outperformed Kendrick.
It was
I mean,
I mean,
Rihanna-
because Rihanna is just Rihanna.
Rihanna's
I'd say I like Kendrick a lot more than Rihanna, but his performance is not good on this track.
That's
He
thought
tries this
Rihanna-
really weird,
Yeah.
that's what kind of puts me off of it.
most whiny sounding voice I pitched on this song. It just really sounds not good.
Yeah, the squeaky voice in the background is a bit of unnerving.
Oh yeah, that. I honestly have no idea why how Kendrick okayed that sample through the kind of distorted, weird, sped up, squeaky sample going on in the background.
Yep.
And not like that at all.
We're talking
Lyrically, the song is pretty decent, but again, Rihanna and Kendrick don't come together very well. But Rihanna's parts were very good, while Kendrick's parts were pretty lackluster.
Yeah, I was surprised
yeah.
when
I didn't-
I saw that it was Rihanna. So I don't really like how it's sung, but the message is a lot better. So
Yeah,
I definitely like that. And all of the songs follow a message, which is great.
yeah, they all tend to stick to the subject. I don't think not like laser focused on the subject that the song title suggests, but I think that's kind of a good thing because he manages to branch that off into other subjects and keep it really interesting and bring it into one cohesive entire song.
Definitely.
Yeah. But in the end, this is a good message, but Kendrick just sounds like he's sacrificing the song quality to try to get radio hits. That's just what it sounded like to me. Anyways, moving on to apparently, I think everyone in the group's favorite song.
Yeah, Pride's my favorite. I like I love the opening for Pride and the background music.
Yeah,
The background music
Pride was
really
really
good.
good.
The instrumental, fun fact about the beat, the producer for this track, Steve Lacy, made the beat on his iPhone. Which is really impressive because the beat is really good.
Damn, bro.
Awesome.
Actually, probably my favorite instrumental on this song. And XXX might be a...
Pride was
And the lyrics, I don't know. I thought they were pretty moving, and the backup singer is pretty good too. It was pretty harmonic.
Yeah, Kendrick sings the chorus with, again, the producer, Steve Lacy. Actually, I was surprised by Kendrick's and Anna Wise comes together with Kendrick for the "Maybe I Wasn't There" post chorus. I actually really like the way these voices came together.
All right, let's move
I was
on
surprised
to
by it. The vocal performance.
Humble.
Are we moving
Humble.
on?
How'd you feel about Humble?
I didn't
Okay.
really like Humble.
You didn't?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really like
Humble is one of the bangers. It's yeah.
I love the piano chords.
Piano is really good. Yeah, it's really catchy.
Although, like, the rap sounds pretty generic, though. You know?
I can see why you say that. Yeah.
But, I mean, although that's probably influenced by the fact that it's a pretty popular song and I've heard it before.
It is a very popular song. Yeah.
Everybody
It's
likes
probably-
Humble.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't rank it very high in comparison to the other songs on here. I still like it. You know, I can still vibe to it.
I only
Yeah,
rank it
It
high.
achieves what it tries to.
Yeah, I only rank it high because it's like one of those ones where you can like bop to it. And then I've also heard that song a lot. And so
Yeah.
I feel like I rated it higher because it's like the one that everybody knows. I don't remember
Lust.
Lust at all.
Really?
No.
Lust.
I thought it had a pretty good instrumental opening. The voice was different. Almost gave me an AM vibe. Arctic Monkeys, the album AM. I don't know what it was about that, but it
Back
just
in
gave
a
me.
Okay. This one was kind of a grower for me. I didn't like it too much at first, but the more I listened to it, the more I appreciated it.
I wasn't really a fan of the rapping at like a minute 45, but it had an interest. Yeah, it had an interesting mood.
Explain. He's like sarcastically encouraging these people to like follow these stereotypes. Just keep doing whatever you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like the beat on this track. It's by Bad Bad Not Good, which is an instrumental hip hop jazz quartet from Canada. They're very good. I like them a lot. They handled the beat here. Very nice theme. One of the most ominous choruses on the album. The UK rapper sample
nice.
interlaced. For some reason, it works really well. I don't know how he got the idea, but it works really well. The guy who he sampled tweeted about it. He said, "I'm on the new Kendrick album. That's mad. One of my favorite artists. What a compliment."
Right. So we're moving on to Love.
Yes.
Yes.
Lust, Love, and XXX are kind of like together.
What?
Yeah, Zakari.
They
I
kind
think. How do you say that?
the same theme.
Zakari.
Kind of cover similar themes. You know?
I don't remember what Love
feature
exactly was. I don't remember it
singer.
exactly, but I remember that
Love
I
is definitely was the very poppy one. The one featuring Zachary, who had some good
Zachary.
vocals on
Oh
here.
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
this one. I remember that.
I mean,
one.
They have
don't
a really
exactly-
high pitched voice.
I really love the chorus on here, but Kendrick had to ruin it with that horrible I wanna be with you, I wanna be with that refrain.
Yeah, I don't like that. The mumbling
really bad.
I
part.
hated that. I remember hating it.
The lo-fi I thought was pretty good though.
The lo-fi production. Yeah. And then the verse 2 from Kendrick Lamar. I'm saying he's on the way. It's just really badly written. It's just really bad rapping. Kendrick overall just ruins what could have been a very good song. If it was just Zachary on the track.
It's interesting.
That's my thoughts on it.
So for XXX, I love the voice in the opening. The Kung Fu Kenny thing again. That was interesting.
So that's his DJ Kid Capri, who keeps yelling those stuff. New Kung Fu Kenny throughout the album.
I don't know. I think that's kind of annoying, but
the song kicks off with a really nice trap-inspired instrumental. The beat switches a lot actually here, which I thought made it very energetic.
so the record scratch is okay.
I like the record scratches a lot.
I'm not really a fan of like the glitching out, you know.
I really liked this
Okay,
song
Doc.
because of like the message. I think like it's a tough message, and for me, when I first heard it, it was like a knee to the gut. Like it hit me hard, and I just got like engulfed into this song.
The politically charged lyrics are really good.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't really like the song that much.
I also really enjoyed it because U2, who is the
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I really
I love
like
YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube's great.
It's one of the reasons
Yeah,
I
yeah,
recommended it, actually.
YouTube's
I
great.
knew Owen was a huge YouTube.
Yeah, not
Like,
that
you're
much,
into them,
but I do like it.
As me as well, because I was literally listening to some YouTube today, and then I went back, like, listened to a little bit of the Damn album, and remembered that this song was featuring them. So I thought it was
I thought
pretty
it.
cool.
I like it had pretty deep message, like politically, and I love the ending part too.
Also, I really like the flows Kendrick came in with this one,
Oh, yeah.
especially on verse 1. They were really energetic, and when he needed to calm them down, he calmed them down.
The
Like when
beginning,
the
definitely.
piano cards and drums came in towards the end. He came in with a really nice slow flow, and the kind of like different parts that this song is kind of separated in, they all came together very well.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Okay. So fear.
Okay.
Fear.
I like the beginning
really,
high voice. Yeah.
really overrated song in my opinion.
It was
It was long.
Really?
It was very dragged out in my opinion. I don't have anything against long songs, but it felt too long.
The beginning high voices, I thought it was pretty good. And then the deep voice was interesting.
I actually didn't really like the beginning voices. It was a bit too like high, like a bit too calm.
You're talking about the chorus. If I could smoke fear,
I'm talking about the beginning of Fear, beginning of it. Okay, before
like
the deep
why
voices,
God,
before the
that
deep
Zephyr
voices, I found the part before where like their voices like got deep. I found it like a bit too calm.
The slow rapping's okay, but it was pretty repetitive in my opinion.
Yeah, but I felt like there was too much empty space in this album. It should have been 7 minutes long. Second,
Cross-referencing.
Yeah,
they
it is
said
like
the name titles in.
yeah,
It was Fear that it references like all of them. I swear.
So in verse 4 of Fear, he's saying, "I'm talking fear of losing loyalty from pride." Loyalty and pride is obviously two songs on there. And the next line he says, "Because my DNA won't let me involve in the light of God." DNA and God are two other ones. And then he says he talks about humble and love there, weakness or weakness, which is how he starts off the whole album.
Yeah.
There's a lot of references to previous tracks on.
It really makes it a better album as a whole.
Like
Makes it more
the themes. Yeah. Definitely more cohesive. I like the themes that this track presented on the verses. I felt like they could have been executed better, flow wise.
Yeah.
On verse 2, Kendrick literally lays down all the ways that he fears that he'll die, saying, "I don't want to die any of these deaths, but it might just be unavoidable." The flow just makes it too difficult to listen to because of how dragged out and long it feels.
So he talks about how like either his mom or his dad, whoever, and it's basically talking from their perspective. This is Fear.
Yes.
Yeah, talking from their perspective, and it's really interesting because it's almost I don't want to say like abusive, but it's like borderline because they say like, "I beat your ass if you tell them social workers he live here."
Yeah.
And it says a ton of this stuff like 7 years old, think you run this house by yourself. That pizza better not be wasted, you eat it all. Yo, teachers better not be bitching about you in class. It's both sad and also like really tough to digest.
There's a reference to Kendrick Lamar's first album, Section 80. Somewhere here, a reference to Keisha, the character that Kendrick created in that, and described the experience of from her point of view. I think on maybe a couple songs. I don't know if it's based on one of the people that Kendrick actually knew in real life, but I thought that was kind of cool.
Huh. Yeah.
Song God. I have a feeling you guys didn't like this one.
I mean, I thought it was alright. I like the transition at 2.5 minutes in and how it speeds up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I liked it as much. I definitely liked it more than Yeah, but I don't really think I could compare it to some of the other songs. I might not have been paying attention enough, especially on the second go.
It's not really something you need to pay attention to.
Yeah, it was, but it was not my favorite. It was just
in the lyrics, yeah, there was some interlaced messages. Kendrick's unorthodox vocal performance kind of worked well on here too. I love the chorus on this thing too.
I don't exactly love the nude and voice change from the other songs. In God.
Does sound weird in the context of the. I'll give you that. That's for sure. By Fear and Duckworth, which are very personal Kendrick songs, and then you have this weird rap influenced banger in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds really weird. But I like the song by itself. I really like the distorted kind of distorted instrumental going on in the background. Kind of remind me of static electricity in a weird way.
Yeah, the echoes are
maybe it's just a weird
alright.
synth.
Okay, so final song of the album.
Final song, kind of a lot to wrap your head around. It's a storytelling song. It tells the story of.
I have to say it's my third favorite on the album, behind XXX and Pride.
I really like the vocals, vocal sample going on in the background. Ninth Wonder came through with some very, very nice samples.
Yeah, the change
throughout the song. The song just sounds like a very fast movie playing, like a movie playing 2 times fast forward.
The change from
Kendrick's
calm,
just describing it.
The changes from calm to intense, the quick changes, they really make you understand how he feels emotionally in the song. It's almost yeah. And then there's this weird switch that felt like it was 50s music, then back to Lamar. I don't know if you got that, but that's interesting.
When he talks about Ducky, that's Kendrick's father.
Oh.
So he talks about Top Dog wanted to rob the KFC where he worked. When he talks about his father making Top Dog like him because he knew he was trouble, so he was maybe if he could get on his good side, he'll spare me. And then he actually ended up doing that, and that resulted in Kendrick actually being born. So it's a cool way to end the album.
Yeah.
It also ends with I was taking a walk the other day, which is
it was
exactly how it starts.
It was blood. It had this it was a nice relaxing wrap up and conclusion to the album.
Mm-hmm. It was good. I probably should have read the lyrics more and looked into it, but this song is definitely like a movie playing. And it's tough, especially near the end.
Yeah. So I should have looked more into the backwards stuff playing.
Yeah, what exactly is that?
Interlaced messages in that.
At 3:32, there's a weird reverse thing. Does anyone know what that is? Exactly. Is it a reverse of the song at 3:32?
I'm looking at it on Rap Genius right now. The reversed audio symbolizes a flashback or a wormhole representing Kendrick's life, both present and past, flashing by him as he dies.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I get it now. He's reminiscing on his past because he's portraying this alternate reality where he actually dies. Because before that, he ends the rap portion of Duck saying, because if Anthony killed Ducky, Top Dog would be serving life. I grew up without a father and die in a gunfight. I think that if he didn't have that male role model, he would have, kind of gotten out of hand and died in a gunfight. And then there's a gunshot, and then there's this whole backwards thing with him, his life flashing before his eyes as he dies. So it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it definitely has more depth.
Yeah, the angelic voice kind of strange, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, the sample. I actually really like that. I really loved what Ninth Wonder did with the instrumental.
Yep.
Anyways, this whole album also comes with a collector's edition, which is literally just the track list, but like reversed. So like instead of Duckworth being the last track, it's the first track. Blood, instead of that being the first track, it's the last track. And it intentionally flows well forward and backwards. I personally like it better forwards because I feel like Blood and it may serve really well as intros as opposed to Duckworth.
Okay.
But that's just a cool fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I saw that, yeah.
I could definitely see it as that. All in all, I gave the album a grand score of 6.9.
Nice.
Nice.
For both the nice score and because I know it's not a 7, but it's not a 6.
Okay.
It's a 6.9.
It's a good, certified good album.
It's a good album.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. How about you guys?
I didn't really love the album, so I'll give it about like a 6.5.
Milan?
I did love this album.
Yes, we know.
Obviously.
Yes, because it is the album that I suggested. I do love Kendrick a lot. And the fact that I gave this album a score of a 9, which is really high for me, I gave it a 9 out of 10. But the fact that he has 3 albums that I still think are better than this just proves how great of an artist Kendrick is.
Wow.
A lot of people would disagree with me on that, but I think most Kendrick fans would agree that he has 4 really, really good albums, and Damn is one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to say, like, as overall, because I just am personally not a rap fan, I'd give it like a 5.12, but as like, if I was just looking at it, like overall, like not overall, but like compared to other rap music, I'd probably give it around like an 8.1.
Thanks for keeping your mind open.
Oh yeah,
to enjoying that. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not a rap fan, but I'm just thinking about it as like if I was a rap fan, it'd be more of an 8.1. You know,
it is a very good. It's the message that really puts it out there. It's not talking about, like, a lot of people hate rap because they think it's just about, like, sex, drugs, and whatever. While this does talk about that, definitely, it more talks about what more of, like, theme of it. It has more of a cohesive theme instead of, like, just talking about dumb shit.
Even when it is talking about, I have several issues with what you just said, Robbie, but I'm not going to get into that. But even when he does talk about those topics, does it in a way where he's not like necessarily glorifying it or like bragging about it or anything. He's talking about like how it can affect someone's life, how the addiction, how it can become an addiction, stuff like that. You know, he explores that on Good Kid, Mad City a little bit too. Especially with the song "Swimming Pools," he explored how dangerous drinking can be if you get addicted to it. Some really powerful messages conveyed through the songs. I'm trying to average out all our scores right now to see what it comes out to. 6.5, 6.
Probably around like a 7, I would say.
A 6.8, rounded up to a 6.9.
Yup.
Nice. I don't like rating songs like one by one. I just feel like that's not fair to every album rating it.
It really isn't. Like, it was tough for me to rate them. That's why I should have listened to it more than once. But I do plan on listening to the album again. I can say that.
I prefer to rate individual songs and then give the album score an average of the song ratings. But then sometimes I'll bump it up if I think the album as a whole is better than like the average song.
What if we just
like how it comes together conceptually and like creating a full-on sound? It actually has a very interesting underlying concept that people say that I'll explain kind of towards the end.
Yeah,
but
I was talking to Neve about what I thought was the concept that I thought was really interesting. So I'll also say what I think it was.
okay, yeah, it's kind of what's beautiful about this one. It's probably the one Kendrick Lamar album that's not the concept of it's not as set as his other works in the past. It's kind of left up to the listener's interpretation. Before we end this video, I think Robbie had some more stuff to say about this too. I wanted to talk about the overall theme. Something I saw online is they were saying the album, the song titles all explore what Kendrick thinks makes up a man. So like blood, DNA, element, feelings, loyalty, pride, humbleness, lust, love, fear, and that's it. But Kendrick also adds some other songs to add his own like personal twist to it, to add more personal side to the album. Like songs like Duckworth, Flex, and so I thought that was an interesting way of looking at it.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
And so what I thought the album was about, which I might be completely wrong. I've only really listened to it once.
Like he's leaving it up to the listener's interpretation,
but
really.
So what I think it is more of like definitely that's so true. But what I thought it was more of like an outsider looking in on somebody growing up in like the hood or something, and how they're faced with a lot of shit every day. And maybe, I'm not entirely sure, but maybe it's about getting out of that.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City actually centers. That's really interesting that you said that, because Kendrick's 2012 album, Good Kid, Mad City, completely centers around. It's completely based on Kendrick's actual story of living his life in the hood and coming out of it. So it's really cool that you said that, because his other album actually is.
Okay.
Said.
I might have to listen to that.
It's really interesting. I really like that album too. One of the ones that's better than Damn. But yeah.
All right.
It was very. It's pretty good.
I feel like we should also talk about the channel, since this is also the first video.
Yeah. We're working on a Discord server.
And thanks for watching.
We are?
By the way. If anybody actually watched all the way.
Discord server, we just need to set up some stuff. But once we're done with that, we'll be including that in the link of the description, so you can interact with us on there, give us our opinions. We'll be sure to pop in once in a while. But yeah. Also, stay tuned in the future. We're coming with next up we have Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, the next album we're going to review. After that, we're reviewing OK Computer. Very good album.
Anyway, I think this is the end of our album review. If anybody actually got this far, thank you. Much appreciated.
You need to rethink your life decisions.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Why did you stay here? Get out.
Join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, do all that
Not
stuff.
yet.
No.
We have Twitter.
It's not ready.
I'll make it.
So you're assuming I have Twitter?
Okay,
A
everything
Twitter.
will be in the link in the description. See you guys later.
Except for the Discord.
Everybody
Alright,
say
bye.
bye.
And also,
Bye.
3, 2, 1, bye.
Bye.
Bye.